And Drake here.
Bones back.
It's me.
Yeah, and by the time I get all these uploaded, the people will be like a month down the road. They'll be like, Bones has been back for a while. Why does he keep saying Bones back? Well, what occurs is we get together like once, maybe a week or once every 2 weeks, and spend a couple hours recording stuff.
Yeah.
And then we try to fit some time in because I work too much, and
as well
Bone
as
he works too much and has a family. So it just is like trying to mesh our schedules is difficult. But so, Bone's been like, not in a cave, but kind of in a box of, I'm going to make my own music since, did you say what?
Yeah, I was
2004?
I was in a dark place in the early 2000s, and I had to remove myself from all culture, all influences, everything, because I was
there's a lot of stuff after early 2000s to a certain point where there's just this gap there.
Yeah.
So, back in the day, me and a group of friends, we'd gone down to see Incubus live. Do you know who Incubus is?
I do.
And it was on one of the albums. I love Incubus. I had more than two or three of their albums, but it was probably the Stellar tour, which has got all their big hits, like the song Stellar. It's the Make Yourself album. But there is this band that opened for them called Hoobastank.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've heard the name.
Have you heard their music?
No.
Beautiful, because Hoobastank, we're walking up to the show, and there's these guys that are like on the street by the door handing out demos. And it ended up being them handing a little 3-song demo with the...
Did you get one?
Oh, yeah.
You still have it?
See, a bunch of my music ended up with a buddy of
mine. Oh, that's right.
right.
That guy stole all your stuff.
He didn't steal it.
He never gave it back, though.
He never delivered it to my brother.
That's called stealing.
Yeah, it is. But he came out for an event we did in Houston, and he didn't make the money that I thought he was going to make. And I should have hooked him up with something more than I did at the time. And there was a lot of stuff going on all fronts. And I've tried to reach out multiple times to like mend the fence and try to, because we were really close friends for years. And it just, no replies.
She's just like, hey, I don't care about the CDs. How are you doing?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Well, if you see this, Drake doesn't hold a grudge as long as you're cool.
Yeah, so anyway, this is called Crawling in the Dark. This song, back in the day then, I was experimenting in some areas that I have since regretted doing. But at the time, do you know when on a scriptural level where in scripture you can, if you follow prophecy, if you're into religion or whatever, you can see where the future, what's going to occur in the future. But you never see where you fit in that.
Right.
You're just living it. And once you're gone, you can't really, you don't really know what the snapshot looked like. Just going to say that.
Okay.
And then this is Hoobastank.
Did you see any of the bands on the Snowcore tour? Did you see that tour?
No. This band is going to remind you vocally of Incubus.
Okay.
I'm
not really familiar with their stuff.
I think one of the members is related to somebody in that band. I'm not 100% sure, but they're friends from the same town. But anyway, and I'm sure I butchered that. I'm wrong. And you guys will correct me because you always do. So this is Crawling in the Dark. And
I have no idea what to expect. If this is going to be like some kind of like trashy reggae or this is like heavy or both.
Just going to let it go now.
All right, go.
Sacrifice my everything for just a second's worth of my story's ending. And I wish I could know if the directions that I take and all the choices that I make won't end up all for nothing. Show me what it's for, make me understand it. I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is there something more than what I've been handed? I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Help me carry on.
That's almost scriptural, the lyric where he says,
Is that-
crawling in the dark. It's almost like groping in the dark.
Is that crazy or what?
It is. The lyric really is interesting. I think musically, to me, it's got that early 2000s kind
That's
of like
right
video
where they
game
were.
sound to it. It's like that. I don't know who started that modern thing. Who was the first one to do it? But it's like
know.
music changed right there.
It was like 311. We talked about 311 earlier. 311 and Beastie Boys were kind of in this melding genres.
Yeah.
And then it was like in the early 2000s, you had a couple bands drop that were just like, I would almost say these guys came out of like the Incubus camp. The Incubus was one of those bands that had that kind of, they had samples, they had keyboards and samples with the turntables and the music. It was interesting. So I would almost say, and maybe even Linkin Park and some of those other bands were all in that kind of time frame.
Okay.
But let's we're gonna keep going with this. This is really, I wanted Bone to hear this mainly because of the lyrical message in this song.
Yeah, I realized that, and now I'm paying attention to only the lyrics.
Do you want me to back it up?
No,
all
no,
the way?
go ahead. No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Coming suddenly, will I ever get to see the ending to my story? Show me what it's for, make me understand it. I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer. Is there something more than what I've been handed? I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answer.
I like that part.
So when it comes, well, I know.
Huh. Stop it for a second.
Huh?
Okay, that reminds you of like Ozzy or Motley Crue. Doesn't sound just like stylistically. I like that last chorus when it went into that change up. I like that. I started to understand musically what they're doing. Pretty decent.
Yeah. They're, I've seen them live twice.
That guy looks like Kevin Bacon.
Well, it's not, but maybe it's the other Bacon brother.
Yeah, pretty cool. They won me over by the end of the song.
So, lyrically,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean,
everybody gets in that spot. Where
yeah,
they're like, what am I doing? I'm on this. I, many times in my life, have thought that I was on one of those little mouse wheels, just running in a circle.
yep.
And questioned, what am I doing and why am I doing
Or
it?
going backwards.
Sometimes
or
backwards, yes. So if you guys can answer his question about where in the early 2000s, if you were around and listened to music then, where this
It's like that
style,
modern,
that modern rock style stuff came, and it just kind of boom. Anyway, that was Hoobastank. That was Crawling in the Dark. This was a,
Are they still around?
as far as I know, yeah. Yeah, they are. Anyway, Drake and Bone. See you next time.